Hello, so we have a new big update to the game, and this one is really good, and I think the game is going in the right direction for the first time in a very long time. And before I go into the patch notes, I just want to express my opinion about why the game is so popular. The game is not that good, the game will not be as good as people want it or think it will be. And I think the game is pretty boring, but you know, this is an extraction game. A lot of games like this are very popular for a few moments, maybe. A few moments means weeks or months. So for example, Escape from Tarkov, I think that's the biggest game in the world right now, even if you might say, well, Fortnite is the biggest game now. You know, Fortnite appeals to a casual crowd. Escape from Tarkov how should I put it, applies to the hardcore people which will play the game forever, and more people will play it over time. And also, it appeals to the hardcore enthusiasts. For example, a lot of adults are playing the game, which means overall it will have more transactions and more money in the long run. It might never reach Fortnite, but at the same time, does it need to reach Fortnite? Fortnite is in a different category of its own right now, so yeah. So Escape from Tarkov will be copied by many games, especially because Escape from Tarkov has a very bad year, and this year's wipe is terrible. A lot of games try to copy it, like Marauders or Frontier. What was that called? The Cycle Frontier, and many other games. Well, I guess Hell's Others is also trying to copy it, but I like Hell's Others a lot. So I think the game is just going to appeal to a lot of streamers, YouTubers, generally saying influencers who will put the game on a big pedestal. There's all of the good things about it, because extraction games like this are very popular, simply because you can have people carry you in the game without many problems, and you can accumulate so much loot that it doesn't even matter how many times you lose. So I think the game's popularity is a little fake. Once the game is fully released, it will not have as much as an audience as it has now, because there's not much to do. I was watching a streamer, and the streamer was basically level 20 with a character in about 5 hours. The game doesn't have a real progression system. The game will have a lot of problems balancing things, and the game will also be kind of short-lived, because how can you introduce new content into a game like this? You can either add new maps or new enemies or multiple ways to play the game, but at some point, let's be honest, it will go the esports way, and a lot of people love it for the first month, and then everyone will just quit it because no one likes esports games. And that's the problem with the gaming industry today. They just want to make esports games, and at some point the game just becomes very unfun and very frustrating, and it will get a huge popularity boost, and then it will just kind of fall behind a very big line, like Escape from Tarkov is doing right now. It's not very popular, a lot of people still play it, but I don't think they quite enjoy it. And if Escape from Tarkov gets another bad patch, it will kind of be the end of the project in terms of huge growth. Yeah, it will still grow, but very small. So again, I don't think this game is that good, and I don't think people will like it once it's released. It's just the only thing people have to play right now who like extraction shooters and team-based games. Okay, so let's get into the patch notes. Sorry for the bigger and longer explanation. So very importantly, they have the Gathering Hall, which is a party finder. So that means you can find the party just by playing the game, which is basically matchmaking. And if you kill or misbehave during the party or during the raid, you have a karma system. So if you report people that are playing very badly, they will stop getting access to the Gathering Hall. Yeah, I guess you can abuse it. I guess you can have people get very bad scores or very good scores if they only play with friends and so on, but I think this is a good step. It's a step in the right direction. The Goblin Caves, which is a solo-only game mode, but it's hard. I think it's much harder than the multiplayer one, so to be honest, I think in some cases you'll want to play the multiplayer game as a solo rather than play the Goblin Caves alone. But I think this will get patched, and it will be better in the long run as well. Trading system. I don't like the trading system in this game. I don't know why it needs a trading system. More maps, monsters and items. The maps are differently designed right now, so sometimes you'll start in the map, kind of like more to the center or more to the side. It's more randomized, and you'll not always start on the edges of the map, which is a good change. Other quality of life improvements. Now let's go to the more broad patch notes. Anyway, I'll read more about the details. Hang out in the Gathering Hall and build a perfect dungeon party. Meaning you can, for example, have one warrior, one cleric, one archer, depending on how you want to play and make your party. Kind of makes you wonder who'll be the party leader and will that party have different, I guess, looting rights. Let's not go there. It's just an alpha, it's just a demo. And that's precisely the point. In an alpha or a demo you progress much faster, so the amount of progress you make in a day in the alpha might be progress you make in a month in the full release of the game, so keep that in mind. Scoundrels and deviants are not able to participate in the gathering call system because of the karma. VoIP, voice in chat. In-game voice can be good, can be bad, depends on how you view it. Goblin cage for solo experience. Trading channel, quality of life features. Again, I don't understand why the trading exists in the game if you have merchants. Because you'll just lose everything and it kind of adds to the... Well, let's be honest about it. If this will be fully implemented as Escape from Tarkov, people will farm for items and then they'll sell them for real money, and that kind of will be bad if you... Anyway, let's not get into that. Report system, cosmetic, weapons. We have a short sword and a quarterstaff. The quarterstaff looks kind of interesting. Some unique animations have been greatly improved. Improved for the wormhole, double axe and battle axe. These weapons were kind of hard to use. Now I think they're easier to use because of their aiming animation and of course the aiming angle, attack angle. New weapon attack animations now do more varying amounts of damage. That's great, I like when they vary the damage. It's one feature every game needs. You should never ever do the same damage for every attack. Armors for the head slot, Sanctuary spare for Cleric, Valentine NPC, or and craft items, Goblin Merchant sells mysterious wares. And some balancing here and there. The rapier was buffed, some boots are slower. They also said they improved the heavy armor somewhere. Cleric is a little faster. Plate armor improved to give more bonuses. Yeah, it was kind of bad in the other ones. Okay, let's start. I'll probably do more videos, but again, I don't really enjoy the game because it's exactly the same thing as Escape from Tarkov, except it's heavily being promoted by other people. Yeah, my people will think it's fun and stuff like that, but once the game is fully released and you actually have other games to play, will you choose this one? I don't think so, because I don't think the game will have a good progression system. Until this point, it's just copying what other games do, and it has a nice art style. Plus, how should I put it? It doesn't have any progression things like the hideout, it doesn't have real quests. It will probably have all of those things after a while, but I don't think people really appreciate when games go the esports way or the influencer way. Just because they're popular now doesn't mean they're good. And I can really see a lot of people playing it because, again, it's the only thing that is to play, because everything else in the extraction style is bad except Helizaders. That's very good. I guess the game crashed, more or less. Okay, let's restart the game. Oh, I've been talking for 8 minutes, sorry about that. I guess I just wanted to explain a few things and why I don't really do more videos of the game or play it. I don't think the game will lead anywhere. And even if they add all of the features in the world, you'll still have the same problems as the other games of this category. Now, if you want to play alone, the Barbarian is the best way to do it. And you have to pick the woman because she has a smaller hit register. Enter the lobby. So let's play a few games and have fun. Let's get killed by the troll boss. This is what I mean. As you can see, most of the people here will be streamers or something like that. I mean, there will be some really good players which will destroy the streamers, but generally speaking, hey, see, I'm not the only one. YouTube or TTV or TV or stuff like this. So again, the game is only good because it's heavily being promoted and it reminds people of another game like Oblivion or Skyrim or stuff like that. So don't take everything you see by heart, you just investigate a little more. So, Forgotten Castle normal, Forgotten Castle high roller, and Goblin Games normal is experimental. Okay, let me just look at the options. I guess that's good enough for me. Goblin caves, okay, go. Okay. So yeah, I would like to play more of the game, but I like to have some progress in the game, see some endings, see some cool stories, see some cool stuff. So you don't really have anything. This is kind of like eating bread. Sometimes if you're hungry, bread is amazing, but it doesn't fill you up for a long time. It's just temporary until you get something better to eat. Or if you cannot afford anything better. Sadly, games are becoming so expensive. Even though they have the same price, games are becoming more expensive because you have less money and also less time. Some games are only good after a few hours, 5 hours, 10 hours, 20 hours. See what I mean? The games... What? So how can he hit me without a weapon and I cannot hit him with a weapon? See the game? Oh, that's a goblin. Peasant goblin. Okay, it's a very bad idea to just run away like that, but you saw that I got the skeleton very early on. Shut up, no one cares. Come back, I'm sorry, I insulted you. Wow, they still haven't fixed the FPS. So as you can see, people are dying. His weapon is glowing. Fall down so I can loot you. Ooh, that was so scary, I don't know why. Yeah, but I'm basically dead. Oh, there are more goblins than I want to fight. And some of them are bowmen. Yeah, I'm dead. Yeah, let's try that again. I think my mistake over... Well, I guess we didn't really have a choice. And one more thing, the game is so popular just because you can directly start. You start immediately. You select to enter the lobby, you enter the lobby and play. The waiting time for this game is about what? 10 seconds. Also, we play with 9 people. Yeah, I think I'll enjoy this game a lot more. And that's why chat is weird. I hope the game doesn't have an always open mic option. Maybe it's not activated. So I guess you can be Goblin Slayer, which is actually a good thing because I like the anime. I don't recommend the anime, but I liked it. Off. Huh. I guess you can tell people to help you. Fight me. What? I'm not sure how you dodged that. What? Hit and killed me. So see, this is what I'm talking about. It's a great game that will always have problems like this. You have to learn to play the game exactly as the game wants to be played. I have to increase my screen brightness, and I think I'll do that. And I don't gonna have to cheat just because the game is too dark or you cannot see anything that happens. Sound design will also be super important as well. I think a lot of work needs to be put in the game. The official release for this game will be at the end of the year, so that means they roughly have 1 more year to clear up the problems, introduce a proper progression system, introduce proper mechanics. Oh man. Huh? How do I fight all of this? What was this spawn? See what I mean? I love the fact that this game mode is much harder, but I guess it needs to be much harder in order for it to be successful. But it's good that you have such fast restart of the round. Oh, roses. No mind if I do. It's the first time I...
Thousands of times to suck my virtual dick every stream. Because you fantasize about me ass naked with abs chiseling and a Urian thong while I committed client slaughter down your fucking throat. While I put you in all type of Aegis reflector setups. You can't get out. You're forced to suck a dick. You're forced to get pounded in your virtual ass. Then I bust matrix juice all down your throat.
Sorry about that, but again, it's just to prove a point. I listened to that to prove a point. People are really not happy when playing games. I want a game where you play the game and if you lose and if you die, you don't feel bad. Hey, I made... It was a cool game. Fun game. Like you used to do in other games, like... Oh, this is a much better spawn. Goblin Slayer has arrived. He still hit me. Oh, their weapons are poison. That guy has a monologue about that. That's remarkable in the worst way possible. Oh, that was a cheap trick. I don't agree with that one. Huh, 47. Not a big fan of the Falcon, but it's a good weapon. You really need to be kind of like level 10 before you can do something in this dungeon. And you also need to have healing items. You know what? Better leave it alone. Died again. Okay, you really need to understand how this works, because again, you just die because you don't know what's happening. Let me see, perks and skill, what is my level? What is my level? Oh, we're not even level 1. Second wind, sprint. I guess that's fair. Okay, let's do that again. Yeah, I really need to be better prepared for this. I'll play a few more games and then... I don't know, I guess I'll play a few episodes of this. Can you... But I thought if you turn voice chat off, it's off for everyone. So you cannot hear it. I guess you'll always hear it. Oh, okay, void on or off. B. Well, I guess that's the first message you should be seeing when you enter the game right now. Because people will try to bait you into attacking them, or they'll... Anyway, let's not get into that. You know the proper... You know the drill. What if someone speaks very loudly and you cannot hear their footsteps? That will be annoying if that becomes a tactic like in Escape from Tarkov. Why am I in a hole? He hit his friend. These goblins are not very proficient with their shields. 38 damage, that's double damage. Oh, there are just too many of them sometimes. Wow, this is no joke. You cannot simply fight two of them at the same time. It's impossible. The Goblin archers are much better than the skeleton archers, so I don't know how you could get around that. Yeah, I love the fact itself. Probably, anyway, I think it will be much easier for certain classes to play this like that. You will have no problems in playing this solo. But the warrior will have some problems. I guess it's good if you think about it, because the barbarians will have so many problems trying to solo the solo dungeon, as opposed to the archers which will have probably minimal problems soloing the solo dungeon. It's kind of funny if you think about it, because the barbarian is very good at solo in the multiplayer dungeon, or in the team dungeon. A zombie! I'm so happy to see him. Yeah, he saw me. What? That hit me? How do you drop it? To understand, I want to go here, but that stupid cloud is in my way, so as you can see, still many things to fix. Okay, Nergal gas, get out of my way. Yeah, I guess I just need to be higher level and know the dungeon and the enemies a little better. Oh, this is not the basic mummy, it's the better mummy, the stronger mummy, the red eyes one. Yeah, this solo dungeon doesn't mess around. Huh, max health, that's actually pretty good. What are those traps? You cannot even see them. Yeah, this is just unfair in so many ways. The traps in the other dungeons are not as hard as this. And I think the traps killed me a couple of times and I didn't even notice it. I can clearly see that's money. Fine, I'll not take it. That's so unfair, I don't like it. This is a major problem. Why do the traps in the caves basically are infinitely harder to spot, almost impossible to spot than the ones in the multiplayer dungeon? I don't think I like this area. Yeah. There's no way you can see that. Okay, I'm already dead. This dungeon has some serious balancing problems. don't think the NPCs... I don't think these monsters are taking the same amount of damage as I was taking. What? Where did that archer come from? Let's see who's alive and how they're playing. Whatever. I guess the game is good as it is, but it definitely needs some balancing, especially because you cannot see the traps on the walls. That's my only complaint about the Goblin map. You have to be able to see the traps on the walls, otherwise it's super dark and I don't want to cheat using third-party programs. See you next episode, bye!